So we're about halfway through 2026 now, so it feels like a good moment to take stock. At the start of the year, many paint brands put out their colour of the year predictions. And by this point in the year, you can usually tell which ones of those predictions actually landed and which didn't. The big shift from safe to considered. Over the last several years, kitchens have been dominated by cool greys, crisp whites, and that slightly clinical minimalist look. It's been the safe choice for resale value, and I get why. But in my experience, a lot of clients have started telling me they want their kitchen to feel a bit more like them. And that's the thread running through pretty much every trend report I've read for 2026. Less show home, more this is our home and we actually like colour. And it's showing up in two main ways: warmer, softer neutrals as the safe choice, and much bolder, deeper colours for people who want more of a statement. So let's go through both. Warm, earthy neutrals are the new white and grey. If the last 10 years or so was all about whites and cool greys, this year is firmly about warm neutrals. Think mushroom, taupe, oat, stone, clay, and soft greyish tones with a hint of pink or brown in them rather than those cooler tones. Mushroom is a soft, warm grey brown that works brilliantly as a base colour for cabinetry, pairs really well with both wood and brass elements. Taupe and greyish are slightly warmer cousins of grey, and they feel cosier without tipping it into the magnolia beige kitchen from the past. And oat, stone, and linen tones are lighter, creamy neutrals that I'd usually use on walls or upper cabinetry to keep a kitchen feeling bright. Sherwin-Williams picked Universal Khaki as their 2026 colour of the year. It's a warm, sandy neutral that sits between beige and taupe with a subtle green undertone. And it's exactly the sort of shade I mean here. Versatile enough for cabinetry, walls, or even a kitchen island, and it won't date the way some of the cooler greys from a few years ago already have. And if you're someone that's nervous about committing to a deeper colour, this is the trend to lean into. A warm neutral on your base cabinets paired with a lighter version on the walls gives you a kitchen that feels current now but won't look dated in 5 years. Deep, moody darks: Aubergine, Burgundy, and Plum. Here's where things get a little bit braver. Several of the big paint brands have gone properly dark and rich for 2026, and Aubergine and Burgundy tones in particular keep coming up. Little Green, named Adventurer, a plum aubergine shade somewhere between burgundy and purple, as its first ever colour of the year. Farrow and Ball hasn't picked a single colour of the year in the same way, but its brand ambassador has pointed to Brinjal, a deep aubergine, and Preference Red as two of the shades driving sales this year, alongside the soft brown Mouse's Back. I do love their names. And Benjamin Moore went in a similar direction with Silhouette, an espresso brown with charcoal undertones, which they describe as combining burnt umber with hints of charcoal. Now, in a kitchen, I wouldn't usually recommend going all in on a colour this deep across every cabinet. Where I've seen it work really well, though, is on an island, on lower cabinets only, or on a single bank of cabinetry, usually set to one side, all paired with a lighter, warm neutral everywhere else. Unless you've got a lot of natural light, or you just feel very confident with colour. Blue is still a big deal, but it's gone deeper. Blue kitchens have been popular for years now, but the tone has shifted. Instead of the soft duck egg or sage-adjacent blues that were everywhere a few years back, this year is leaning towards deeper, ink-toned blues. Dulux chose its colour of the year for 2026 as a family of 3 blues called Rhythm of Blues. It includes an airy light blue, a vibrant mid blue, and a deep meditative dark blue. It's the first time Dulux has picked a family of colours rather than a single shade, and I think that there's something in that in itself. Blue isn't one trend anymore. It's flexible enough to be calming and neutral, or a bold statement, depending on the depth you choose. For kitchens specifically, I'd say the dark, ink blue end of the family is where most of the interest is at the moment. A deep ink or soft desaturated mid-blue on an island or run of base units still reads as classic and won't feel like a fad in a couple of years, in my opinion at least, but who knows. Green keeps going, but it's getting earthier. Green kitchens haven't gone anywhere, but the shade of green that's popular has shifted slightly. The brighter sage and olive greens that were big a couple of years ago are still around, but the direction for 2026 is towards warmer, more earthy greens, a bit more yellow or brown in them. Neptune's design director has pointed to warm olive tone greens as a strong direction for 2026, describing them as having a heritage feel that works in both modern and more traditional kitchens. Bear's Colour of the Year Hidden Gem takes things slightly further into blue-green territory with a smoky jade. While KitchenAid, yes, the stand mixer brand, has its own colour of the year too, picked a minty green called Spearmint for 2026. So if you've already got a green kitchen from a few years ago and you're wondering whether it's out, I wouldn't worry. Green as a colour family is still very much in. It's just that the specific shade people are reaching for has warmed up a little bit. So if your existing green cabinets feel a bit cool or minty compared to the warmer olive tones trending now, you don't need to repaint everything. Swapping those cool white walls for a warmer cream or oat tone can shift the whole feel of the room without touching the cabinetry at all. Is there one dominant colour trend? Honestly, I think there are two themes running side by side here rather than one single trend. The first is warm, grounded neutrals, mushroom, taupe, khaki, oat, as the new safe base colour for kitchens, replacing the cooler greys and whites that have dominated for the last few years. The second is richer, deeper accent colours, aubergine, burgundy, deep blue, smoky green, for people who want their kitchen to feel a bit more individual, usually used on an island, a run of lower cabinets, or as a feature section rather than across the whole room. But that's not to say don't use it across the whole room. That can look fantastic too. It just needs a bit more courage and commitment. And what ties both of these together is warmth. Even the dark colours this year have warm undertones rather than the cool, almost clinical darks that were popular for a while. If I had to sum up 2026 in one word, I'd probably go with cozy, even for the bolder choices. What also jumps out to me is that nobody has seemed to pick a bright, punchy colour this year. Even the boldest picks, like Adventurer and Silhouette, are deep, muted and grounded rather than loud, which says a lot about the mood brands are going for. Rich, a bit indulgent, but still calm. What if you're designing a kitchen to last? If you're spending serious money on a new kitchen, you probably don't want to be guided purely by what's trending this year. I always tell clients the same thing: pick a colour you love and that you'll still like in 8 or 10 years, not just one that looks great on Pinterest right now. And the good news with most of these 2026 colour trends is that they're rooted in colours that have been popular in some form for quite a long time. Warm neutrals, deep blues, olive greens and aubergine tones have all had moments before, and they tend to come back around because they're versatile and not just because they're a flash-in-the-pan fad. Where I would be more cautious is with anything very specific and of the moment, like the brighter jade greens or the most saturated indigo blues. Those can look brilliant, but they are more of a statement. So if you take one thing away from all of this, it's that 2026 is a genuinely good year to bring some colour back into your kitchen. Whether that's a confident dark island or just swapping a cool grey for a warmer, earthier neutral. And I always say the same thing: get a sample before you commit to anything. A cabinet door in the exact colour, paint a large piece of card or lining paper and move it around your kitchen at different times of the day. Because the way a colour looks in a north-facing kitchen first thing in the morning can be completely different to how it looks under your spotlights in the evening. Trends are a great starting point for inspiration, but the colour that's right for your kitchen is the one you'll still be happy looking at in a decade from now. So if you're currently working on a kitchen project, or if you've just finished one, what direction did you go with for colour? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one, some more kitchen design goodness for you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.